Hey everybody, here's a place in Shasta County that I called Monkey Tree, and I used to have to go work in Trinity County, and I'd drive by this area, and it looked like an old homestead possibly, with a very old mossy scrub oak. And to me, I could see where a lot of the moss was scraped off, and it appeared like something had been crawling around in there, so I thought it could be kids, somebody climbing the tree. I'm 6'2", and I would climb up into the fork of that. I brought some marbles and started playing around with a little test. So I took these flat aquarium marbles one at a time, and I stuck them up in the crook of this tree pretty high up where I didn't think a kid or anybody was climbing. And so about a week later, when I was in the area, I'd look and it would be gone. It wasn't knocked down, wasn't on the ground. So I'd stick a different color one up there and repeat the process about a week at a time. Oh, marble's gone, marble's gone. So now that I've got a pattern, I'm leaving a marble. Something's taking the marble. Could be a bird, whatever. I decided to mount a game camera up in the tree. All around that tree before the Carr Fire was really thick brambles, blackberries, and poison oak. And I couldn't really trudge in there because I didn't want to get poison oak. So I always suspected it was kind of weird and eerie in there. When the fire burned, after the fact, you could see these weird dome-shaped weavings and structures that the fire left behind. And then much later, I went by just to visit, and somebody had left pieces of driftwood leaning up against a tree, nowhere near a lake. The ground had already burned from the Carr Fire, and here's these fresh pieces of driftwood leaning against this tree. This tree's been scorched, still has a little bit of life left in it, but regardless of all of that, the ground has been through fire, and someone could have brought these here, but this is driftwood. So I'm not near the water at all. So this driftwood has not been burned and was placed here after the fire. Just FYI, can't really argue with that. I can't tell you who did that, but it doesn't belong here. Just a note. I think about this place often, and I almost forgot that I did put a camera here and kind of had the camera foiled. So this is just yet another situation where I tried a camera and had something mess around in front of the camera and not get caught. I don't think a person can do that. I don't think an animal can do that. Sometimes the triggers on these cameras are slow, but I don't think that's the case here. If a bird landed and then took the marble, took off, it'd be on camera for sure. I've had insects trigger the cameras. I've had mice, small things trigger the camera. They get caught on camera. So I don't know what's caused this. The tree's too big to blow in the wind where I put the marble, and there's no marbles on the ground. They're not knocked off, so I never did figure out what was causing this. This was just a weird place. I use the term monkey sarcastically, jokingly, because a lot of people think that these are some kind of giant wood ape, but animals and humans can get caught on these cameras. And I find over and over that things get manipulated with nothing caught on camera. I find it very fascinating because the camera will pick up and get triggered by insects, mice, very small things. But I don't think that's what's going on because it's happened over and over again. I've had footprints. I've had very strange things happen on the camera that I can't explain.